So I have to share a dream. Actually, it's a series of dreams, but it's about divine feminine and divine masculine unions. It's a warning because the divine masculine is not aware of how treacherous his family is. He knows how he is. He knows that in his heart, he wants to change things, but the fact that he's trying to connect divine feminine, or there is no way to be with divine masculine without divine feminine being around certain family members who have animosity towards her. He's thinking that things is going to go great, but I've been shown dreams where divine feminine was being set up by the mother, an aunt, and they even got other siblings of theirs, which is the mother's siblings and the aunt's siblings, together to plan to kill divine feminine. And I'm sorry that I have to share this message, but I just have to. One of the dreams, divine feminine went with the divine masculine and they're like the family, the friends, but it wasn't really divine feminine's family and friends. It was something that was for them, their event, something they planned. And she went because he was going and he wanted her to come. He had a friend of his go. A lot of his family was there, but of course, the divine masculines that I'm picking up on, they don't really deal with the family too much. They really like their friends and their divine feminine. That's who they really like to be around. And so that's who they wanted with them when they had to go on this family trip. Now, on this family trip, the divine masculine's mother has this person is an aunt to the divine masculine. I'm just saying family member at this point because it's different for everybody. But the mother has a different family member who she has confided in about how she feels about divine feminine. And this person is a nurse. She works in a hospital. She's been working in a hospital for many years. Another one of the people who she has confided in, this mother has been the orchestrator of everything since the divine masculine has been distracted by the things that she has put in his face. So while she has him distracted with these things, she's doing other things, right? So she has two family members that she asked to help her with this, to get rid of divine feminine. This is in a dream. And the one who works in the hospital, she was able to take something for the trip with her to the trip because she drove. So it's not that far. And it's something that paralyzes the person. So they brought something to paralyze the divine feminine. And then they also brought a different person who has been assisting with stalking divine feminine. These people do not want the divine masculine with the divine feminine. So at one point, the divine masculine knew the moves. It's like he initiated a circus that he did not know was going to be out of control and out of his hands eventually because of the amount of energy that he put in when it came to what he felt about the divine feminine that he shared. A lot of people didn't like it. So that already started the spark. Then that spark became a big ass forest fire, obviously, which is what I'm trying to avoid, because the divine feminine is going to be happy to be back in union with this masculine. This is not everybody's story, but just listen. Being back with this masculine, and the mother, who the divine masculine is not thinking is this way. She has already orchestrated the murder of divine feminine during this trip. So divine feminine, I see divine feminine is chilling with divine masculine and one of his friends on this trip, and she has children. He has children as well, but only divine feminine's children are there with her, because divine feminine does not allow her children to be anywhere else other than in her sight. The mother sends someone to ask the divine feminine to come let the boys, the children, go to play with the other children. So basically, she sent a child to come get the children. That's her using what she has around her to achieve the goal that she wanted, to get divine feminine separated. So divine feminine, usually she's like, no, my kids, they stay with me. But this time she was like, I never really let them go chill. Let's, I'm going to let them go and play with the other kids. It's not that far. She knows where they are. The divine masculine and his friend and divine feminine, they chill for a while as well. And then divine feminine starts to say, let me go look for my boys, my girls, my boy, my girl, my children. And so she goes to where the children are supposed to be. Nobody's there. So then she goes to where she knows the grandmother is, because maybe the grandmother has taken all of the children in. She goes there and steps in, knocks on the door, and she can hear everybody in there talking, but they're not opening the door. But she don't hear kids. She hears adults talking. So when the person opens the door, it's the grandmother, divine masculine's mother, opens the door. Divine feminine is walking in and she's saying, I was looking for, such and such and such and such, talking about her children. And all of a sudden she looks to her left. Someone's behind the door after divine masculine's mother backs up. And that person stabs divine feminine in her neck on the left side. The divine feminine faints falls to the ground, and she's still conscious. So she's like, what is going on? But she can't move her body. Now she realizes who's behind the door. She knows that this person is a nurse. This is what she's hearing from God. This person is a nurse. This person injected you with something that will paralyze you because they are planning to do something to you. So as this divine feminine is laying on the ground, hearing this from God, because she's always been connected, but some reason she let her guard down because this was her divine masculine. But she didn't realize his family does not feel the same way he does about her. So she let her guard down with her children. She let her guard down with herself around them. She thought everything was on a clean slate, but it wasn't. And she was realizing that as she couldn't move. So with this happening, the other people came from behind in other sections of this cabin, because this was in the woods. It was a cabin, and it was a few cabins where they had activities and things like that, but after a certain amount of hours, everything shuts down. Everybody goes to their cabins, right? And this is where you sleep. And this is where you entertain your family. So she had known that everybody else was gone, and she planned it out to where she could catch divine feminine looking for her children after she had somebody come and get her children, who at this point we don't even know what's going on with the children, right? Divine feminine is laying on the ground and she cannot move, and she's looking up, and they're all walking around her, starting to pick her up, and they're taking her outside. She realizes that now this is going on to a point where she can't do nothing for sure. She's already tried, and her body is not moving. This divine masculine's mother had a hole built for this situation. They'd already dug a hole for divine feminine, and they dropped her in that hole in the ground. They buried her alive, covered her with the dirt. And of course, the divine feminine knew what was happening to her, but it was nothing she could do because of that injection. So what I'm trying to get across is, divine masculine, you do not know how treacherous your family is. Even if you love this divine feminine, want to start over with her, want to have a life with her, there's people in your family who want her dead because of what she knows. They don't care that she's spiritually gifted or protected. They know that if they inject her, she's over. And that is the truth. If they do inject her and they bury her alive, it's over. They will tell you some lie. You will think she left you with the kids. I need everybody to be careful, divine feminine, divine masculine, because there are some karmic players in this game that are not playing to lose. And now they're using their jobs, whatever they could get their hands on. The other woman that I was telling you about, that's in the family, because it's all women. The other woman, she is with the police force in some way. So she's able to get addresses, information from whatever information she knows. She has people who could find out information. This is what she does for her family. So they all think they got this all wrapped up in a game. They doing something so smooth and seamless. The divine masculine's mother, she likes to watch a lot of crime TV, even while falling asleep type shit. Like, this is something she studies because she doesn't want to make a mistake, because this divine feminine is someone she wants deleted, and she don't want to be in trouble for it. So I just hope that y'all take this information. If it applies, look out, be aware. If it don't apply yet, or it don't apply now, just, it might apply to somebody around you. You might not be a divine feminine or masculine, but you know somebody who is a divine feminine or masculine. Look out for everybody. Look out for your people. Just make sure, because it's getting extreme, and they doing it right up under your nose, and you don't know, because you trust them, because of their title, because of who they supposed to be. They're your mom, your dad, your grandma, your uncle, your brother, your sister.